haven't already, convene your board, your staff, and your executive team to communicate with your donors. Set a goal that each person is contacting 3 to 5 donors a day. Think just one person at the end of the month could be reaching out to 75 donors. Thank your donors for their past support. Ask them how they're doing to navigate this difficult time. Celebrate a life milestone or something that possibly is going overlooked. Do anything you can to make that important connection with them right now. Use this time for planning. The nonprofits that are using this time to get ahead and get organized will be more prepared when the storm passes. Update your database during this time. All the nonprofits I know wish they had more time to update records and pull different reports. Use this time you have right now to get organized with your database system. Now is the time to discover new prospects. The ability to research somebody who has an interest in your organization and the capacity to support is paramount in fundraising. It's also very time consuming. Now is a great time to work on your annual giving campaign. Work on that content, the design, or even the mailing list back to your database on what can prepare you for what is likely to be a very busy fall. Are you moving forward with Plan B and making your event a virtual fundraiser online? Or possibly reimagining your event for a second time as social distancing orders may continue to the summer? Virtual events are a hot topic right now, and many organizations are interested in what it looks like to go online. Today, we're showcasing 3 different platforms to show you how you can utilize a virtual platform event. Some fundamentals before we get started. Just like in in-person events, virtual events need great marketing or attendance will suffer. Content is king on a virtual platform. Alone doesn't have to mean lonely. Keep your attendees engaged. Today, we are going to be reviewing a 1-day live stream event, a multi-day fundraising platform, as well as a TED Talk style event. All of these events will still include sponsorship and ticket opportunities, an event website, registration, as well as recorded and live content and presentations.
Hello again, everyone, and thank you, Martha, as our nonprofit expert, in kicking us off with some important and easy steps on how to keep the ball rolling. Next, let's address event needs specifically. Many of you have had to either cancel or postpone your fundraising events, and for some, that is the current source of fundraising for your annual operating budget. But have faith. There are graceful and professional solutions available today that can help you in the replacement of your traditional events. Meaning, you don't have to put all of your eggs in one basket and host an event in the fall when the U.S. is currently scheduled to be oversaturated with events and donor dollars will be spread thin. One way to address this is through hosting a virtual event. You may be thinking, well, maybe if my event was a conference, but this can't replace my gala. Absolutely. We have solutions for you. Let's see some examples of how this can be done.
Do you have an existing gala that needs to be retooled? We can help you construct this by changing an in-person, longer form event to a shorter virtual experience. The revenue streams are all still available. Tickets, sponsorship, a fund in need program, and an auction, all to meet your fundraising budget. However, we need to recreate the entire experience and program for a virtual format. Think more like watching the Grammys than just a recording of your annual fundraiser. Activate an MC to keep your party moving along. Music and graphics, such as a lower third, can help. All of this can be done with a film crew and a set design created for a virtual format. As you can see today, I have moved to this beautiful new format to keep your attention. A shorter program and new elements every 5 minutes will keep your attendees' engagement. Check out this photo here. The same level of attention to detail in the set design in a virtual format through the different lights and staging keeps your attendees engaged the entire program. We can also do this by incorporating entertainment, graphics, and appeals on the screen. It's important to capture the emotional appeal of a live event in a virtual format. An impact video or a short story by a constituent can set you up for the same successful fundraising appeal.
I'm so excited to see where PNA takes Julius, Genevieve, and all of their fellow students. Your support will help them reach their potential, so please consider making a donation this evening.
Consider creative ways to ask for funds. Sure, we can all post something on our website or write an appeal letter, but get creative with it in the virtual format. You can have a phone bank and have people call in during your virtual event to make it a more interactive experience. People can have a leaderboard behind them that actually has a fundraising thermometer or thanks sponsors during the program. No matter what way you choose, plant some donors to get that momentum going and try to secure a match.
You may have noticed in the video that the example images we chose to include from the slides were much more than simply someone in front of a camera with a simple backdrop. Consider your your virtual event stage an opportunity to set the tone for your event. Much like you would in a traditional venue, this is where, through the use of lighting, branding, and MC personality, you can truly set the stage of what's to come. If auctions are a part of your event, again, no need to put this off until the end of the year. Take the opportunity while people are hungry for engagement and host a virtual auction as part of your program. Work with online auctioneering companies like some of our trusted vendors to make the execution flawless and maximize your proceeds. If networking and social tables are a large value that your guests receive from your event, then include a virtual social as part of your build. We have tested and worked with tools that allow thousands of people to be able to jump from group to group, socializing successfully in a virtual environment. Also, don't think that now that your event has gone virtual, you will be losing the ability to sell sponsor value. In fact, in a virtual environment, not only are there much more direct ways to showcase sponsor branding, such as banners on your program, but the data showing the results from your event can be much easier to pull and help you in building a stronger sponsorship program for next year. Let's say, though, that your current event isn't just simply a one-day affair. You might be wondering, how do I create successful multi-day events? Let's bring Martha back with another one of our pre-recorded sessions to talk more about that.
A multi-day fundraising approach allows donors to customize their giving experience and fundraise at any level. This format requires your sponsors, donors, and board members to become heavily engaged in the event and willing to create their own peer-to-peer fundraising pages online. We all know this format for a run or a walk, but stand out from the crowd and create a virtual dinner party fundraiser model for your peer-to-peer fundraising event. Hosts will invite their friends to their virtual dinner party in exchange for a donation to their fundraising page. Engagement is more important than ever. Creating an online connection encourages fundraising. Other tools, such as a conclusion party or a national theme day, can create a sense of urgency and get your donors in before the deadline. Online videos or videos during your celebration party can keep the momentum going. An online auction or a leaderboard are two different ways to give recognition as well as continue the fundraising throughout your entire multi-day fundraising campaign. You can see from this example here, our team can help you create a multi-day fundraising strategy with different videos as well as online social media campaigns and one-night experiences for all of your attendees for optimal engagement to create the most out of your fundraising strategy. I hope you all enjoyed that short video on the multi-day event approach. Let's dive a little bit deeper into that model. A communication timeline where you have that meaningful connection with your donors over the course of your campaign is key to make you successful in this model. In addition, the platform where you host your website for the peer-to-peer fundraising, as well as your virtual celebration party, will create that optimal engagement for your attendees. Some items that we didn't discuss in the video that are helpful to include are a mixture of content. You can have both live and pre-recorded, such as you've seen here today. We can also do virtual attendee bags, think graphics and social media posts, as well as sponsorship opportunities. And finally, get really creative and think about how you can have that two-way engagement. That virtual tour, a 360-degree scan of a meaningful place, is a great way to launch your videos and engage with attendees online. Create interaction by letting the guests decide how to stroll through your event. You can see on the slide here, we recently recreated a virtual environment of a school for one of our nonprofit clients. Check out how we can navigate through the school and have different pop-up videos. We can also do so much more, such as games and branding. Isn't this awesome? And now let's welcome Toast of the Town's VP of Marketing, Carrie Shepard, for our next section.
Thanks, Martha. For some nonprofit clients, conferences and educational programs are actually their largest fundraisers of the year. The good news is that TED Talk style presentations and keynotes are effective event types that are actually more fruitful online than they are in person. Here's just one reason that nonprofits are reporting that this format is more successful. You can expand your reach and attendance since you're no longer limited by room capacity or physical location. For more insights, let's go to Martha.
Is your organization known to have a great keynote speaker at your annual event? Instead of giving up during this time, consider a virtual format such as the TED Talk model. There's a reason why the TED Talk style videos are so popular. They're short, engaging, and at the end, we all get a key takeaway. Your organization can still host an annual keynote speaker by utilizing the TED Talk style model for a shorter, more engaging video. Ticket opportunities and sponsorships are still available for fundraising. Content is king in this model. Find a speaker who is engaging and will actually connect with your attendees. In addition, addition, try a conversational style format. Multiple speakers engaging with each other in discussion is more appealing to an audience. Our team can help support your event by providing lighting, a set design, and decor to help keep your attendees engaged. Some items to consider when moving forward with this format is to create the TED Talk style type of venue and set design that will keep your attendees engaged. You should be able to walk around, pop up different graphics, and connect with the audience in a very personal way through a short period of time. Again, the platform that you select is very important for the success of your virtual event. The ability to thank your sponsors, host the online TED Talk style, have a chat sidebar, as well as make a donation all in one place is key to the success of this model.
As you heard in the video, a speaker series can be a very powerful tool for your fundraising efforts. To build on the tips that Martha shared, you can look at our webinar today as just one example of how you might